welcome back to another episode of Pillow Talk. My name is Jessica and my lovely guest here this afternoon is Rachel Wong.
Hi guys, I'm Rachel Wong. So I usually do Instagram and I also sometimes do YouTube, but I'm kind of on a break now. And this is Fifi, who does not do Instagram or YouTube.
Hi Fifi, so cute. So Rachel posts mainly beauty and fashion content on Instagram, but for a public figure, I would say that she has done very well in keeping her personal life private. And my job here today is to actually unravel certain parts of her life that she has so delicately wrapped around privacy. So Rachel, are you ready to spill some tea?
I think we can spill some tea, yes.
Okay, so let's just dive straight into it and ask the burning question that I think a lot of people have.
What's the burning question?
The burning question is, okay, so if we do like a Google search, right, of Rachel Wong, and there will be certain images that pop out of yourself in the past and also how you look now.
Okay.
And people will just like sort of assume that you have done plastic surgery.
Because I look so different, right?
You do look very different, but in a good way.
Thank
are
you.
the definition of glow up, like literally.
Contrary to Google search, which actually never Google yourself, you know.
I know, it's very depressing.
It's very depressing. I have Googled myself and really like plastic surgery is like one of the first things that pop up. I have never done plastic surgery. I have done fillers and Botox though. I just feel that surgery is too permanent and that's why I have never done it. Like if you do Botox or fillers, like if you don't like it, it will just wear off.
Yeah.
So yeah, and done with the right doctors, I think you can achieve like the enhancements that you need without a super drastic change.
Alright.
So yeah, to answer your question, no, I have not done surgery.
Anywhere. So just fillers and stuff.
Yeah, it's just fillers and stuff.
Actually, me too. I've also done like fillers and Botox and everything. I think it's getting really common now. Like,
Yeah, it's like so normal.
Yeah, but they're very open to the idea of like enhancements, so to say. And so because it's not permanent, it's not so scary to go into it, you know.
Correct.
If you don't like it, you can always dissolve it.
And there's no like downtime, like you just swell for like a month, which is like very scary to me. So like yeah.
Okay. So in the past, considering you didn't look the same, right? Was life like different, you know?
I
Because you
would
look
say
like very different, then
Yes.
people treat you differently.
for sure. So when I was younger, especially like in secondary school, I used to have like really bad skin. Like I
It's
used
very
to.
unimaginable considering your skin is like super nice now.
I know everyone's like, yeah, it cannot be, but no, like really, it was really bad. I used to have very oily skin. I used to have acne.
Okay.
People in school actually used to call me like clean and clear because I would use so many of, you know, the clean and clear, the blue.
oil blotters.
Yeah, the oil blotters. I would use like so many a day and my desk would just be like filled with it all the time. And they used to like make fun of me all the time about it. And yeah, I mean, I was from a girls' school, so like there was a lot of like politics, you know, like girl politics.
Yeah, girls can be so mean sometimes.
Yeah, girls can be so mean. And I remember like just not having anyone to eat recess with. So I would just be like eating sandwiches in the toilet. Like it's
Like
really
Mean Girl
sad.
style,
Yeah,
in
like
the
Mean Girl
cubicle
style,
alone.
like really like that. So I mean if I wasn't eating sandwiches in the toilet, then I would just kind of like not have recess.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so like I lost a lot of weight during that time. Yeah, and I think that I really because when you're young, right, and you don't know how to control acne, you kind of want to control something. So my weight was something that I could control. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually.
Yeah, so in primary school, I actually used to be in Tough Club. Like I know.
What?
Yes, I
Are
know.
you sure you're the same person?
Yes, I really am. So I used to be in Tough Club in primary school, and like when I got to secondary school with the bullying, with the acne, I kind of fell into like eating disorders. So like I would just not eat, or even if I ate, I would like puke it up.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I was like 35 kg at that time. It was really bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you do any puking in school? I'm just wondering, like, because I've heard a couple of cases of people in girls' school having EDs, and I'm just wondering if it's like more common in girls' schools, you know, because there's a lot of pressure around girls with all the comparisons and stuff.
I think that yes, it was probably more common. I mean, I definitely like off the top of my head, I can think of like 2 or 3 other girls that I know that also had like eating disorders. Yeah, I mean like it was never talked about, but you can just see them like losing weight, and you can just see from the face, you know, you just look so like dead.
Oh
yeah,
my.
yeah.
Okay.
It was a hard time, you guys. Love yourself, girls.
So were there like other difficult moments in your childhood that sort of really made you who you are today?
Okay, so when I was in school, it was really tough because I had ADHD, but like nobody knew. And I would quarrel a lot with my mom because my sister, my elder sister, she's like a perfect straight A prefect kind of student, and I was just not able to sit down at all. And I think it was very frustrating for my mom. So we used to fight a lot, and that was very tough. After that, when I grew up, I actually went to see a psychiatrist by myself.
Oh.
Yeah, and when I got diagnosed with ADHD, it was really like, it was a moment that I was just, oh my god, I'm like getting emotional. It was like a moment that I was like, okay, so this is why I couldn't sit down for a time. This is why I kept quarreling with my mom. Like, this is why like I just couldn't do it lah. I mean, when you're young, you kind of don't understand, so you also get frustrated with yourself, you know, and you kind of like, why can't I just fucking do this, you know? But so when I got diagnosed with it, I felt actually better, kind of like relieved. Like, also that's why, yeah. So I was on medication for a while. Medication kind of just helps you be calm and be able to sit down and do things for a longer period of time. But I also did feel after some time that I wasn't really quite myself while I was on the medication, because I'm kind of this like hyper person. I just am, you know what I mean? Like, I'll just do random things and I'm just like happy that way. So thankfully, like my job now, I don't really have to sit down for very long periods of time, so I can, yeah, it kind of fits my schedule.
Okay.
Better, yeah.
So do you still have ADHD now as an adult?
Yes, I do still have ADHD. It's just that I know how to manage it now. So like, for example, if I have to reply emails, it's still hard, but I will have like snacks, or I will maybe like take a break to watch a show or something like that. So it might take like a whole day to reply emails, but I just kind of make the time for it. Yeah.
It would be really hard for me to guess that you and your mom sort of had like rough brushes in the past, because looking at your social media now, you guys seem to have a really, really good relationship.
We actually do have like a really good relationship now. Like, I tell my mom like everything. Like, she really knows everything about boys, about friends, about work stuff. Everything I tell her. I think it's because after I saw the psychiatrist, right, she could kind of see that I changed. So like, she also kind of, I don't know, like changed, I feel. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at what age did you decide to take yourself to the psychiatrist? Because I think that's like a really big step, you know? Like deciding that, okay, I'm going to do this for myself and not necessarily with the help of an adult or someone else.
I think that, okay, I think that for our parents' generation, right, like going to see a psychiatrist is like out of the question.
Yeah.
It's like crazy to them, you know what I mean? It's like, to them it's like, I'm not crazy, like why, you know, to them it's like IMH level, then you go and see a psychiatrist, like basically. But I think I was 18, if I'm not wrong, 18, 17 or 18, yeah. And I was just in a really like bad place. I was pretty like suicidal. I was very depressed. And I felt like if I wanted things to change, I really had to see someone, talk to someone. And it's a lot easier to talk to a psychiatrist than to someone that already knows you.
I feel you, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, someone who doesn't know you, like, they can kind of break it down for you and kind of
help you to compartmentalize.
Correct. Like, why do I feel this way? Next time, what can I do to not feel this way? Yeah.
And I think most importantly, it comes without the fear of judgment.
Yes, definitely without the fear of judgment. It's weird because my psychiatrist is like this old man, and I thought that he wouldn't like understand what I was going through, but he actually does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. So do you still see a psychiatrist now?
Now I don't see a psychiatrist, but if I were to, I know that for a fact, if I were to face like depression, or if I were to go through a rough patch, I would go see a psychiatrist, because I would rather go talk to someone than kind of take it out on myself or on people around me, you know? Yeah.
Okay, so like basically things are a lot better for you now. Because you look really happy at most of the time when I see you.
Most of the time, yes.
I think everyone has their off days, right? But in general, I would think of you as like a happy person. And I'm glad to see that you have sort of moved on and grown from your past obstacles.
Yeah, definitely a lot more self-aware, and definitely love myself a lot more now. Yeah, that's really important.
Okay. Are you eating well these days?
I am eating too well these days. I just had like so much lard in my mee pok just now.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So let's talk a bit about your dating life.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, let's go there.
Okay, let's go there.
Let's go
okay,
there.
so just for the record, will we be mentioning any names?
We will do initials.
Initials? Okay.
Yes. Okay. It's pretty easy to Google, guys. And I know all of you are like CSI, so like
Okay,
don't
let's keep it
pretend.
classy but still a little bit saucy.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so tell me about your first boyfriend.
Okay, my first boyfriend, C.
C.
So he actually DM'd me on Facebook.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's how it started.
That is how it started, yes. And then it also turned out that he had friends who were in LaSalle, and I was studying in LaSalle at that time. So it kind of worked out from there. Yeah.
Okay.
So that relationship lasted, I think, 3 years? 3 years plus? Yeah.
That's pretty long for your first relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because my upbringing, I actually have a pretty strict upbringing. Yeah. So, like, it's not like you can just anyhow bring guys home. That is, like, not acceptable here.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, so he was my first boyfriend. I dated him for quite a while before I brought him home to meet my parents. Yeah. So, I'm very close to my parents. So, definitely, I wouldn't just bring home just any guy for them to meet. Yeah.
Did you post about C? Yeah.
I posted about C like a lot. Yeah, like if you see my old blog entries, if you Google it, I'm sure you can find a lot.
CC.
Yes, you will see C. Yes, you will definitely see C. And like a lot of like professions of love online actually.
Because that's what we did back then,
yes,
right?
that is what we did back
Shared
then.
too much.
Shared too much, really too much, yeah.
Okay. So when things with C ended, there was a little drama that went on. You can probably Google online. There might still be stuff on there, but it's regarding a certain D and A. And I do understand that you have never really fully addressed this topic before, despite it sort of being a big deal back then. And I just know that you've been very private about it. But would you like to share with us your take on what happened for your side of the story?
Okay. So actually, when things ended with C, it ended on my own accord. So, but later on, I found out that he like cheated on me. Yeah. So yeah, I think like a lot of people don't know that, and I think that is why it was very easy for me to fall for D, because it was really quickly after that I moved on to D. So how I met D was actually through A, who was my classmate, and in LaSalle, and I knew that she liked him.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was actually a pretty close friend, and I was really scared to tell her that I was kind of like having something on with D, because I knew that she liked him. To my knowledge, they never had anything. They didn't have a relationship. He was not her boyfriend. If you Google, probably everyone's like, oh, boyfriend stealer and stuff like that, you know. But that's not what happened. I actually posted a photo of D, and that is how she found out, which I am always gonna be sorry for. And it's also the reason why I kind of felt like whatever that happened after that, I did call her after I posted a photo. By the way, I was drunk when I posted a photo. Do not post when you're drunk on social media, okay? That is like a terrible idea. Yeah, so I actually did call her, and I did like say sorry to her, and I said that like I was just so scared to tell you lah, like honestly. And yeah, so that's how that relationship started. Yeah.
Okay, so you and A, did you guys ever have a personal conversation about this?
We did. So on that night itself, when I posted that photo with D, that is how she found out. That is how like the world found out, basically. Yeah, and I did call her. I remember where we were, and I called her after that, and I remember crying, and I just said like, I'm really so sorry, like this happened. I'm so sorry, like this is how you found out. And whatever else that happened after that, it was very hard for me, because like I knew I had made a mistake, and I kind of felt like I had to, how to say, like take whatever punishment that came my way. That's how I kind of felt. Like that's why I didn't like say anything about it after that. But definitely it was hard, because people online are so vicious, and like they were tagging my family on Instagram. Like, cause my mom and dad had Instagram my sister, and they would be tagging them. And I remember my sister calling me, and like she was the one crying. She was like, "Are you okay?" Like it was really hard, I think, for them to understand like just how much how much hate like people could have in a situation like that. So that was, I think, the hardest to deal with, and also that is why I became very private after that, because like I felt like I had to protect my family, because I felt like I chose this life, so I know I have to deal with all these things, but they didn't choose it and they shouldn't have to deal with it. Are you snoring?
Oops, maybe.
Yeah, so yeah, basically that's what happened. Yeah.
So after that drama with B and A sort of like calmed down a bit, did you still continue posting about D? Because you guys continued your relationship, right?
Yeah, we did. So we were together, I think 2 plus, almost 3 years.
Okay.
We had a pretty good relationship. He was actually very good to me.
Ah, that's nice to know.
Yeah, he was really, really good to me. But things had to end. I did post him, but I never really tagged him and no like face after that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you like those mysterious shots, huh?
Yeah, like those
like
mysterious,
body, no face,
like body from the back, that kind. Like, you know, I cannot really see. Yeah, I just felt like after that, I just really wanted to be private about who I was dating. Yeah. Because of so much shit that happened. If you guys went through that,
I think so. It's quite emotionally scarring and kind of scary when you experience like the wrath of the internet sometimes, right? That people
it's
just
like
go freaking
so
crazy.
intense, yeah. And then like involving your family, like tagging my mother, like what kind of daughter did you bring up, that kind of thing. It's like, you know, I made a mistake, like it's my mistake, like don't like bring my family into it. That's like fucked up, like guys, okay? Yeah, so after that, that's why I became very private. Yeah.
What did your parents, your parents talk to you about that?
I think my parents, they are very understanding. Like they are super patient, they're super understanding. They have never like they never scolded me or anything. I think that they were just also in a lot of pain. You know, like like to see me going through like that much pain. They were really there for me. Yeah. They never that's about it actually. Yeah.
Okay. So after D, was there somebody else?
After D, I was actually single for quite a while. Yeah, I actually went on like this solo trip to Taiwan.
Okay.
It was like
Self-discovery?
Yeah, like a eat, pray, love, but like in Taiwan instead. Yeah. So I was single for a while. I just wanted to kind of get to know myself a little bit better before I went into another relationship. Yeah.
How did that work out for you? Do you feel like different after a solo trip?
I think that after that solo trip, it was actually very interesting because like everyone around me was very like, oh my god, are you sure like you're gonna go alone? Like it's damn boring, and then are you gonna be okay and stuff like that. But I felt that after that trip, I felt like I could be very independent. So I knew that whoever I was gonna date next, right, was gonna be like an add-on to my life, not really like, you know, because when you're young, you're just looking for like another half.
Exactly. Somebody
You know?
to complete you.
Correct.
Right?
And then like after that, you realize when you grow older, it's not about finding another half. It's about finding somebody who can kind of grow with you, somebody who's also their own person, you know, has their own morals, principles, like goals, stuff like that.
Yeah, I totally agree. You need to be whole as a person on your own and find somebody else who is ideally also whole.
Yes,
so that you don't have to, like,
ideally,
fix each other.
Yes, correct. Because the fixing is just so tiring after a while. Yeah.
But you seem to like bad boys.
I
If
do
notice a
have
pattern.
like a soft spot for bad boys, I would say. Like I don't know, like something in me kind of just wants to like fix them. I don't know.
like a project.
Like a project, right? It's very bad. I need to change this, like for sure.
Okay.
'Cause-
But what do you see in bad boys that is like so tempting to go and fix them? Is it like you want to be that reason they turn good?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, really?
Yes,
That's it?
yeah, that is it. Like it's as if you really break it down, like it's like because like bad boys like more fun lah, you know. Bad boys like more fun or whatever, you know. But it was also like I wanted to fix them. I wanted to see if like I was good enough for them to change. But you kind of learn that like you can't change people like that.
No, you can't. And even if they temporarily show like a bit of difference in behavior, it's not really permanent because they're just trying to get a reaction or like what they want for a while, and then innately they'll still go back to who they really are.
Correct. Like you really have to change for yourself. That's very important. Like that kind of change is like a real change, and like people can see that from a change for somebody else kind of change. Yeah.
Does that mean that your most recent relationship was not a bad boy?
My most relationship was a very bad boy.
Never learned from a lesson yet.
Didn't learn from a lesson yet. Yeah, but definitely it was a very, I would say, fun relationship.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely a lot of ups and also a lot of downs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a wild ride.
A very wild ride, like a roller coaster kind of thing. Yeah.
Do we get his initial?
Oh yeah, you guys get his initial. C.
C again.
Another C.
Okay, CD.
You see
C.
another C.
Okay.
C. Yeah. So this is actually very recent, so it's a little bit sensitive to talk about, I guess. But things didn't end on a bad note. Yeah. I don't know if we can be friends, but I would like to try to be. Yeah, because I didn't become friends with my previous two exes, so I don't know if this will be different. We'll see.
It's tough to be friends with your exes, You
Yeah.
guys both have to be like in a really good spot of mind where you both very like are very accepting of the situation and don't hold any grudges, and then like hopefully there's no strings attached still, so it's not complicated.
Yeah.
But how recent was this C?
Oh my god, it's like really very recent. I think it's been maybe less than a month at the time that this is being filmed.
Less than a time since the
Less than a month since
less than a month since
since the breakup.
breakup.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct. Yeah. So it's really very recent, yeah.
Okay, how long were you guys together?
So we were kind of on and off, yeah, for a very long time. Jess should know this lah, but like yeah, we on and off for.
Yeah, I know it lah, but I'm like asking the question macam I don't know,
Yeah, macam she don't know. Yeah, so it's been on and off for maybe about three plus years. Yeah.
Okay. So now your next boyfriend, no more bad boys, right?
I
Rachel?
don't know. Melvin is like, you better not find another bad boy. It's like you can't change them. Okay, he's like, just stop thinking that you can change people. Yeah.
I will observe and see who your
Yeah.
next candidate is, and I will let you know
Candidate,
if he is a bad boy or not. Yeah, because
Okay.
sometimes I think that you might not notice it yourself that there's a pattern
Yeah.
until your friends point it out to you.
Yeah, correct. And then like when your friends point it out, you're like, no lah.
No lah, denial lah.
No, it's not denial. Yeah.
Okay, so Melvin is actually her best friend,
Melvin is my best friend.
whom
Yeah.
a lot of people mistake as your boyfriend because you always
Yes.
post about him. It's so sweet to you.
Yeah, and he's like very upset that people keep mistaking him for my boyfriend. He's like, stop it, okay? Yeah, so Melvin, oh my god, I've actually known him for like, I think 7 years. It's actually pretty crazy because, oh my god, okay, because I knew him through my first boyfriend. So he was a friend of like his friend and stuff like that. And we only used to party together. Like really we just like partied every Wednesday, Friday and Saturday. That's the only time that we'll see each other. Yeah, so when the whole D and A thing happened, like it was so surprising that he was so there for me. Like he was really like oh my god. Every time I talk about this, I get super emotional, but like he was really there for me lah. He's not the kind of person that is a very cause he and his family like they don't really talk about things. So he didn't really talk about things with me. Like he knew what was going on, but I think he kind of just knew that I needed someone to hang out with. So he was asking me out like a lot. Like during that period, yeah. So that was like really nice, and I will never like forget it. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. It's making me cry. Okay. Yeah. Fucking asshole. Yeah. But yeah. So we have a very like good relationship. Like we scold each other all the time. We are super like sarcastic to each other. I think you've probably seen it. Like we're very sarcastic, but it's really like all love. Yeah.
Okay. I think you really love Melvin.
Yeah.
And he's like the love of your life compared to the boyfriends. Because the boyfriend is like, okay, done and dusted. But Melvin is like, a 7-year relationship that is still going on. And sometimes I think that the friendship that you have can mean so much more than certain relationships.
For sure, like he has like always been there. I actually talk to him like every day. Okay, except for the period that we quarreled for a little bit.
Oh god, tell me about that.
So we kind of like didn't talk for like 8 months. Like,
Why so long?
Yeah, like really long, because we are both like very prideful people. So we kind of like got into an argument and it just dragged on for like 8 months.
What do you argue about?
Okay, so I'm a very protective friend.
Okay.
So like you can say whatever the fuck you want about me, right? And I don't really get affected. But if you like do something to my friend, right, I'm gonna like get very angry. I'm that kind of person. So basically there was this girl lah, okay? And like she kind of, I don't know how to say, but she kind of not stole his job, but was just a little bit underhanded in her means, because they're both like stylists. So she was a little bit underhanded, so obviously I didn't like her. So we had like this flea market and Melvin was there with me.
Right.
And he was like, okay, I'm gonna go buy bubble tea for us. So I was like, okay lah. And then he like went to buy bubble tea and he took like so long to come back. Like he took like 1.5 hours to come back.
Why
I was
did he
like,
take so long?
yeah, and so like I called him and I was like, where the fuck are you? And then he was like, oh, I bought your bubble tea already. Then I was like, okay then like where are you lah? And then he was like, oh, now I'm buying for like I'm not gonna say the initial.
Okay.
I'm buying for because she was also at the flea. Then I was like, who said you can buy for her? And then like I can't remember what I said, but he said that I was super rude to him, and then he got really upset at me and he like left like he just left my bubble tea and then he just left the flea.
At least he still brought the bubble tea to you.
Yeah, he still
could
brought
have left without the bubble tea.
He left the bubble tea with me and left, but I was like, where are you? Like, come back ah! Like, I was damn shocked that he left because he was supposed to help me like sell my stuff at the flea. So then after that, we kind of like quarreled on WhatsApp for a little bit. And then like, we were just both very angry lah. And then it became like a breakup situation. It became like, hey, you better return me my things. Like, that kind of...
What things?
Because I have like a lot of things with him because he's a stylist, right? So he always borrows like my things for his shoot and stuff like that. So he had like so much of my things. That was just being very petty lah. So I was just like, return me all my things, okay? Like by tomorrow. Like super horrible. And he fucking did. Like he really did return my things. So we just didn't talk for like 8 months after that. But like we have a group chat like with my mom and my dad in it, and then he would like wish my mother happy birthday, like
That's
pretend,
sweet,
but
yeah.
pretend I'm not there, that kind of thing. And then like his birthday came, and then like I actually sent him a cake. So like I know he loves like durian cakes, but then I was very petty. Like I asked the person to write on the cake like happy birthday, but still your fault.
Oh my god, Rachel!
And he was like so angry with me like he was like thanks for the cake, like he just thanks for the cake, and then like that was it. And then like after that like I think it was this year that we like started talking again. So this happened last year. So this year like my birthday he wished me happy birthday, like a very like short message. Then like a few days later I was just like okay lah, I'm just gonna put my pride down, I'm just gonna like talk to him. So I was like, you want to go and eat? And he was like, okay, let's go. And like
that's it?
Yeah,
like,
and that's it.
Y'all had the 8-month Cold War over something super duper petty, and then you just picked it up like that out of nowhere.
Yeah, and like when we met, it was just like, oh my god, I got so much shit to tell you. And it was just like, we never really stopped talking. Yeah, I guess that's what you have when you have like a good relationship, you know? So like, yeah.
I think y'all both are very lucky to have each other. I see how y'all get along. It's very sweet. I remember when this 8-month Cold War was going on, I was just like, what's going on with these two? And they used to be like inseparable.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like total like disappearance.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
he just disappeared. It was like so crazy.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that it was that long. I think 8 months flew by faster than y'all realized also, right?
Yeah,
I
it
don't think
was
y'all
like-
intended to like keep it up for 8 months.
No, it was
As well.
just it was just very prideful. Like both very prideful people,
Yeah.
and just like both don't want to give in.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I had to give in like, in the end. If not, I don't know how. If not, I don't know whether we'll still be talking now. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because
it's
he's
like,
that prideful. He's
see
worse
who-
than me.
Don't talk to who first, that kind of thing.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But I am very lucky to have him. Yeah.
Okay. So now you are like good terms, ah.
Best terms. Yeah.
Alright. So, okay, I have a very random question to ask you.
Okay.
It's sort of not related to anything that we've talked about so far, but I do feel
I'm
like...
scared.
No, don't worry. It's not like an invasive one.
Okay.
It's actually something that I think people might have in their mind when they look at your Instagram.
Okay.
Okay, so upon first look at your Instagram, we can see that you post a lot of fashion, right? And a lot of these fashion items are actually designer goods.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So the question that I'm leading up to is, are you like born in a rich family, or do you have like some secret job? Because you have so much designer goods, right, that I actually have heard people ask me this question before. So like, hey, is Rachel Wong from like it's a family well-to-do. How come she got so many branded goods? And I don't know how to answer also. So can you answer?
Okay, I will answer this question. So I actually come from a very average family. I have been kind of working. So I started with like blogshop modeling when I was 19. So I haven't taken like money from my parents since I was 19. Everything
job.
that I own, I bought myself. It's just what I like. It's just what makes me happy. I just feel like if you work so hard, just buy what you want to buy, you know? Like, yeah.
Like, what kind of jobs have you been doing then since you were like so young back then?
So it was like blogshop modeling, and then like actually I've done a lot of jobs. Like even before the blogshop modeling, right? I sold cheongsams.
You sold cheongsam?
Yes.
Where?
I sold cheongsams at Centrepoint, and
Like
then
what, as a retail assistant? You mean?
yeah, like a retail assistant. Yeah, but I was also taught to like alter cheongsam, so that came in handy like in LaSalle because I knew how to sew already. Yeah,
okay.
and then I also like sold ice cream, and then I was also a sew girl. If you know,
a sew girl?
so good.
Oh my god.
So girls that work at So Good are So Girls. Yeah, and then after that, after the blogshop modeling, I just did a lot of Instagram and like blog stuff. Yeah, and then I just saved up lah. My dream was to buy a Birkin before I turned 21, so I did that.
Girl, wow.
And then my next dream was to like help my dad get like a Continental car, and I also did that already. So yeah.
I remember seeing that on your social media.
Yeah.
That was quite recent, right? Like
That
past 2
was
years?
yeah 2 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. So these days you keep yourself busy with?
I keep myself busy with just like lots of Instagram jobs, yeah. So that's mainly where my income comes from. I have no secret side jobs. I don't know what secret side jobs you're talking about.
Just wondering, about the jobs that you've had in the past.
No secret side jobs. I think what really helps is that I don't have to like pay rent. I don't have to. I mean, I just have to pay my own phone bills, and like I do help with like household bills and stuff, but paying rent is like very expensive, so like yeah, I don't want to move out. I'm too close to my parents. I'm like a baby. So that actually helps you save a lot of money. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
Is your
Okay,
question answered?
Huh?
Is your question
Well,
answered?
yeah, I wasn't expecting any like very exciting answer lah, but it was
Yeah.
more of like just I think people might have the impression that you're a rich girl, like it girl, rich girl. That's like the common misconception that everyone who owns quite an array of branded goods must be from rich family.
Yeah,
so at
that
least we
is the
address that,
misconception,
and then
yes.
people know that you are self-made.
Self-made, bitches. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, do you have any upcoming plans for like businesses of the future?
Okay, guys. So 2020, look out for it. I do have plans. I'm not gonna say what because I'm a very like pantang person. So it's like if you say already, right, it might not happen. So I'm
First
not gonna
trimester
say.
not over, is it?
Yes, correct. First trimester not over. So look out for it. I mean, you guys will definitely see it on my Instagram. So yeah.
No hints at all as to what it is.
What? Okay lah. Today I have some pimples lah, but like, my face, like, yeah. I don't know.
Is it beauty related?
It is beauty
okay,
related,
I'm gonna try and
guys.
dig a little bit more.
Oh my god, this jazz. Okay, it is beauty related, and I'm gonna stop there. Yeah.
Like facial beauty. Okay. Alright.
Yeah. So look out for it, guys. Yeah, and support me and support Jess for her.
For support just for everything.
She actually just gave me her bracelet, so like I really love it, and like, I feel like it made this interview very smooth.
Okay.
Yes, it did.
Crediting it to crystals
Crediting
now.
it to crystals, yeah.
Alright. Okay, so thank you so much, Rachel, for being our guest on today's episode of Pillow Talk.
Thank
Really
you guys
enjoyed having
for
you on.
having me.
And you almost cried.
Yeah, I almost cried.
Made me
Fucking
want to
Melvin.
cry.
I'm gonna text him after this and be
Why is
like,
it his fault again? He never do anything.
he was just very nice to me lah. Don't be so nice lah.
Okay, you heard that. Don't be so nice to her. Just ignore her for another 8 months.
Hey, don't do that. 8 months very long actually.
Okay, 2 months enough already.
Yeah, 2 months enough. Okay.
Alright, so if you guys enjoyed this episode of Pillow Talk, don't forget to let us know who you want to see on the next one. And also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye!